Now, I might be late to this party here, but recently there was a law that passed. I guess I'll just kind of show this, give you a better visual. There was a law that passed that basically said that these game companies have to tell you that you don't own the digital item that you purchased, even though this was known by some. The fact that it shows at certain, I guess, states that you say, hey, purchase license instead of purchase game. I hope it gets us to start to bring back physical games. Because with physical games, we can do whatever the fuck we want with this shit. It gets very, very tiring to hear a game company or game companies talk about how much money they've saved. And I'm going way back with this right here. They talk about raising the prices at first. And we're back in 2000, I don't know, 6 or whatever, when they brought it up to $60. Had to raise the prices for hardware manufacturing. Then after that right there, fast forward to this time, raised up $70 to give you better quality. At least that's what Sony said. And well, nothing really has been that good of a quality. And on top of that, they talked about how much, not giving us game manuals saved them money. Them just doing digital codes in the damn disc, in the damn case saved money. They talked about all these crazy things about how much they save money, but it does not trickle down to us low common fleeman people. We don't see the savings. When the game comes out, if you want to get this digital, well, at least let's fast forward and bring this to today's type time. This will be $70. And the digital version, which you don't own, that you're tied to your account, is $70 too. So where's the savings at? Anywho, this is almost sounding like a rant now. But what I'm saying is, the thing that we really need to do, or what I would implore us to do, is to go ahead and try to get physical again. I'm not saying you can't get digital. If you want to get that, cool. However, what I am saying is you have the right, you should have the right to be able to do whatever you want with whatever you want with these discs, these games. You purchase them. You can do whatever the hell you want with them. You want to throw the shit in the tub, you can throw it in the tub. You should be able to do what you want with it. Now, all that pirating and reproduction, all that shit, maybe not, but you should be able to do what you want with what you purchase. At the very least, you should be able to. And that's the problem with this modern gaming shit. Everybody wants to keep on talking about, it's just new times and we should just go ahead with digital and shit. The more we go digital, the more shit we're going to lose. And although I've embraced digital to some degree, I mostly buy physical games when I can. I'm now waiting about, I don't know, an extra 4 months or whatever to get the Castlevania, DS collection. Like, I got to wait until next year for that right there. So I do hope that physical has a bigger presence and it's not just some BS like, we only got part that's on a disc and the rest you got to download, because for longevity purposes, and when you want to go back to stuff like this right here, Silent Hill, for example, hey, well, I guess you can't play it because the server's down. And people might not say that's a big deal. It's not a big deal now, but it is. When you fast forward, some years later, they're going to shut down the PS3 store eventually. That you can't, do certain stuff anymore with that. Then what? It's the same thing that's going to eventually apply to all these new systems. And the fact that you have to register certain things, like the disk drive for the PS5, for example, or you have to at least log into your Xbox account, apparently, for your, new Xbox system at least once. It is ridiculous. All the rights they have taken away from us, dude. The more convenient things get, the more rights they take away. My gosh, you didn't have to do this when you had the older systems. And I'm not just saying that you should do older systems over the new ones. I'm just saying that we should definitely look at the rights we had when we had the older systems. We didn't have to register anything. We didn't have to connect online. We didn't have to go ahead and download an update before the game you actually get to play it, which I get is actually a good thing in cases, but it still is annoying. We didn't have to worry about, a slew of things. But anywho, there are benefits to gaming today, so it's not a complete bashing. But either way, we should be able to own our games. We should be able to do what we want with them. And that means to me, stop giving licenses and just give me the game. Let me do what I want with it. Let me go ahead and keep it. As long as I'm not mass producing it and trying to sell it to other people, then there's really no problem. And one more thing to add is that these games with their little EULAs and all that shit, who reads that? Nobody reads it. Imagine if our kids, because I have a kid that likes to play Ghost Simulator, so imagine my kid wants to play the game. They got to read, we got to read the 9-page EULA every time. I mean, hell, you got to do that with Call of Duty. Like, what are we doing? Families just want to play games. They don't care about EULAs. If that's the case, maybe you should bring and give us a case like this, put an instruction manual that has everything about an EULA. So we can go ahead and read and study it so we can know what the hell we signing up for. Because don't nobody give a damn about EULAs. Don't nobody give a shit about that stuff. We just here to have a good time. And apparently these game companies don't give a damn, which we already know. These companies don't care. They had more passion with these older games than they do with games today, or at least the more popular ones, the Activisions, the special, especially the Ubisofts. Or they believe that just because they fixed the game and it took them 4 years or 3 or whatever it was with, Cyberpunk, that everything's just fine. No, it's not. Gaming has become more of an investment than anything else. It's literally become an investment. When Cyberpunk came out in 2020 or whatever it wasn't that good. And just today, people say it's a great game now. We shouldn't have to wait that long. And even if you can get a refund, you still shouldn't have to wait that long. They wanted it 60, they got it up front. They wanted it 70, they get it up front. Gaming is almost one of the worst mediums to get into. Because it's a medium that you always get screwed over in. Whether they screw you over with paying to play online, whether they screw you over with having part of the thing on the disc or the cartridge, that you really have to do your research to find out if the whole entire game is on a Switch cartridge that can hold, 32 gigabytes? Like, goddamn. It's too much research Bama's got to do just to play games today, man. It really is. My gosh. But anywho, that's just my 2 cents. Game companies don't really like when you own physical versions, because with physical versions, I don't have to be connected to a stupid ass server, and I ain't got to worry about no extra stuff. I can just play it on my old game, my old systems and stuff, or even current systems. As long as it's physical, as long as the whole thing is on there, I don't have to worry about no stupid updates. I ain't got to worry about being locked out of an account. I ain't got to worry about my stuff being banned, because if your stuff is banned, you can't really play the things that you own. Goddamn. The fuck is wrong with gaming?